following program contains the opinions of its host and guests, not those of this network. The opinions expressed are for non-commercial informational purposes only. Listeners are cautioned not to rely on program content to treat or prevent disease, but are advised to consult with a licensed healthcare professional where they live for diagnosis and treatment of disease.
And now, the superstar of alternative health and purveyor of medical truth, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, and welcome to Dead Doctors Don't Lie. Dr. Joel Wallach, your host, a veterinarian and physician. And I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to die at 75.5 like their parents and grandparents. I'm here for kids and baby boomers and seniors who don't want to be sick and miserable the last 15 to 20 years of their life like their parents and grandparents. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Well, everything's spiking again on this COVID thing, and I want to start out, how to keep our immune system where it belongs, whether you choose to get the vaccination or not, okay? That's up to every individual and what you have to deal with, but I personally have gotten the two Moderna vaccinations, and next month I'll be able to get the booster, so I'm going to do that because I see so many people and travel around. I know what I'm doing to protect myself, but I don't know what everybody else out there that I'm talking to and shaking hands with, what they've done or not done. So I'm protecting myself as much as I can. Don't forget the colloidal silver has no alcohol in it. It tastes like water. There's no taste to it, just like you're squirting water under your tongue. And even little kids like it. It's good for them. Kind of like a half a dropper full under their tongue, half hour before each meal. And then, of course, don't forget the hand sanitizer. And then none of the bad foods, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats. And you got to set the example. You got to eat the same way you're asking the kids to eat, right? And, I've been saying no processed meats forever. And they just came out with a big study on hot dogs. It said hot dogs are processed meats. They're kind of like a sausage. And that every time you eat a hot dog, it cuts like a minute and a half off your life, okay? And that minute and a half may be the one you need to get through the day. You might just die right there, okay? So you want to stay away from all the fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. And then I like the kids' toddy. And again, all the directions for dosing per body weight is on the label of the bottle, kids' toddy. It's kind of like our Healthy Brain and Heart Pack for adults, okay? They love it. And then we also have what we call the FlexiCare Plus, which is the laboratory, the laboratory version of bone broth. When you look at it, and if you grew up in the age when they're simmering bones on the stove to get the bone broth for the calcium and the collagen out of the ends of the bones with the cartilage and so forth, this is very familiar, but we have it taste like lemons and lime, so kids love it. Again, FlexiCare Plus. Don't forget the kids' sprinkles. Don't forget the EFAs. And then we do have the pollen burst chews, which the EFAs and the pollen burst chews are made from, sunflower seeds, all right, instead of wheat germ oil and all that kind of stuff. And so you really have got to really put this up for these kids. And, of course, we have the Rebounder sports drink instead of the colas and bottles of apple juice and grape juice and that kind of stuff with just sugar. You have no earthly idea how many minerals are in there because plants, including apples and grapes and bananas and oranges, do not make minerals. They'll make some vitamins, okay, but they don't make minerals. All right, so this is something you really have to pay attention to. I mean, it's got to be a priority. You have kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews and younger brothers and sisters. This is a whole family community deal. And then, once you get a little older, I'm going to go backwards here. Even before you conceive, the mothers and the fathers should be taking, even say, we don't plan on having a pregnancy. Well, you know how that works out, okay? And so you need to be taking all night, if you're sexually active in your childbearing years, whether you want a baby or not, you better be taking the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, the big hammer. I would also take the de-stress capsules, take the, the Killer Biotic, the Sweeties and so forth, as many of those things as you can. And so you're going to significantly reduce or even eliminate the possibility of the baby being born with a birth defect. Remember, I'm considered one of the two founding fathers of the science of epigenetics. There are no genetic forms of birth defects. There are no genetic diseases. Okay, they're all nutritional deficiencies. Now, there's a couple of birth defects that are caused by maybe a virus in early pregnancy or something like that, or poisoning in the early, but those are rare. We're talking about less than 1%. The rest of them are all nutritional deficiencies. So, and then you get through this pre-pregnancy thing, also the pregnancy thing. I reversed Down syndrome while they were still in the first 90 days of pregnancy. My most famous one, of course, was Lauren Knievel, Evel Knievel's niece-in-law, and her son, Noah Knievel, was diagnosed 2 ways with Down syndrome at 2.5 months of pregnancy. I got her on the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack and, some extra nutrients, and by golly, Noah Knievel was born perfectly normal. Freaked the doctors out because they had 2 tests that showed it was a Down syndrome baby, and they were after her to get an abortion. She didn't want to do it. And so since then, we have Ben and Wendy, who were kids who were born Down syndrome, and they've grown up. What should I say? They're a beautiful couple. He works as an engineer and does all kinds of neat stuff, and they go around lecturing and helping Down syndrome patients, but also we're talking about Down syndrome newly born babies. You get these babies on these nutrients, you can actually ameliorate, you can reduce the effects of the Down syndrome, okay? But it's totally preventable. All right, so keep going here. Then you have to think about people in their middle ages and seniors who are more sensitive to the pandemic, that they need the 90 essential nutrients too. I weigh 142 pounds. I'm 82 years old. I take 2 Healthy Brain and Heart Packs a month. I take extra of the de-stress capsules and the, let's see here, I take also the Niacin Plus. I also take the Killer Biotic, which is a bunch of mushrooms that actually support your immune system. I take the Cell Shield RTQ, and I take 3 of those twice a day. The Fucoid Z, I take 3 of those twice a day. And I use a Rebounder sports drink instead of soft drinks. And you've got to be on this. It's just like getting the best oil for your car. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552.
Many believe that all life began in the Earth's oceans. We do know that the oceans and seas are still abundant with life and life-sustaining nutrients. Many cultures have long believed in the life-giving properties of plants and sea life harvested from the oceans. Longevity's Ocean's Gold is a proprietary blend of seaweeds, algae, mosses, kelp, sea cucumbers, and sea minerals, as well as coenzyme Q10, calcium, and iron, all designed to help support healthy thyroid function, regular heartbeat, normal weight, mood stabilization, and hormone levels. Take advantage of life-sustaining nutrients from the Earth's oceans with Longevity's Ocean's Gold. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
If you're the type of person who likes to volunteer and help others, this should interest you. What better way to help people than to help them with improved health? Longevity has been helping people promote optimal health among others for decades. Our approach to health is drastically different than medical doctors, who mostly only treat symptoms. As a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that many common disease states are actually preventable and reversible. Our mission is to help people achieve overall health and wellness, and to help educate others to achieve optimal wellness as well. And here's the best part. While helping people with their health and wellness, you'll also be able to build your very own home-based business. For more information, contact your local Longevity associate. And don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll free, 1-888-379-2552. And don't forget, it's one of those things, our goal is, one of our main goals is to help everybody gain an extra 25 to 50 healthful years so you can spend more time with the people you love, spend more time doing the things you love to do. And you got to be proactive. If you're serious about, wanting to spend another 25 to 80 years with the people you love, you're going to have to work at this. This isn't something you just say, well, I'm going to do it. No, I've got a good doctor. Well, that's not helpful. Okay. You got to take care of yourself. You got to give your body what it needs to maintain and repair itself. Every cell, every tissue, every organ in the body needs the 90 essential nutrients to do that. So in addition to taking all your nutrition, you need to stay away from the bad foods so you can maximize percentage of absorption. All right. And that means, again, no fried foods, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, bread, rye, no sugar, no carbonated drinks. And basically, I like to make sure that everybody uses, again, the killer biotic right now, the colloidal silver, Cell Shield RTQ. Don't forget the BTT 2.0 tablets. They do not replace the BTT 2.0 powder, which are vitamins and minerals. The tablets support your immune system and are anti-inflammatory. And the whole idea here is to give your body what it needs to maintain and repair itself. And people say, well, I eat well. Well, that tells me you're getting 3 meals a day. That doesn't tell me you're taking any supplements. Eating well, a lot of people die just eating well because you have no earthly idea how much nutrition is in that food. And so you have to do more than just eat well. You can eat well, but you got to stay away from the bad foods. You got to take the 90 essential nutrients. This is a process, all right? And then, additionally, you need to, right now, I wear a mask when I go out of the house, and people laugh at me. Well, just think about all these breakthroughs, infections, people who've been vaccinated twice, regardless of the vaccination they get, and they get the COVID infection, and they die. Well, how could that be? They got 2 vaccinations. Well, that's because they didn't do the other stuff. They didn't give up the gluten. They didn't supplement, and so they didn't have the capacity to respond to the vaccine. So many people think that vaccines actually kill the viruses, bacteria, fungus, and yeast. No, they just alert your body to the bad DNA and so on. So you get the picture. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, I've got a story headlined, Reasons to Consume Foods Full of Vitamin C, an essential water-soluble nutrient that can your body can either make or store. Vitamin C protects cells from damage, also aids in the formation and maintenance of bones and skin, also is needed for the growth and repair of tissues throughout the body, strengthens your immune system. A review found that vitamin C strengthened the immune system by protecting against oxidative stress, aiding in microbial killing, and lowering the risk of tissue damage. In addition, vitamin C encourages the production of white blood cells that protect your body against infections. It also supports healthy cognitive function. May also reduce the risk of dementia, and according to studies, oxidative stress and inflammation near the brain, spine, or nerves can increase the risk of dementia. Also prevents iron deficiency. Vitamin C interacts with other nutrients in the body, such as iron, necessary for growth and development. Also helps deliver oxygen throughout the body, and also can help lower blood pressure. One study found that taking vitamin C supplement lowered blood pressure levels by relaxing the blood vessels and that carry the blood from the heart. Also lowers cholesterol, protects against oxidative stress, and also protects against free radicals, can lower cholesterol, and also may lower uric acid levels, which is one of the main causes of gout. So there you go.
Well, there you go. Thank you. And, of course, we have chewable vitamin C wafers. They taste good. I always take a handful in my shirt pocket and kind of suck on them during the day. And these are good for kids because they taste good. Kids love them. Vitamin C chewables, okay? And you remember they used to call the British limeys. Before the First World War, they called the British limeys because all over the world, sailors were dying of scurvy, which is a vitamin C deficiency. And because they bleed to death and all that kind of stuff because their bone marrow wasn't healthy enough to make good platelets and red blood cells and white blood cells and so on. And so when the British learned that they could prevent and cure scurvy by eating limes, they were referred to as limeys. That's where that came from, because they were eating limes. They didn't know what was in it, but they just knew it kept them from dying from scurvy. So let's all become limeys. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Longevity's ancient legacy, true aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation. Longevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. For life's everyday aches and pains, such as sprained ankles, pulled muscles, and other bumps and bruises, try Ancient Legacy Trauma Oil, which contains essential oils traditionally known to help with pain, swelling, and inflammation. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
If you're looking for a quality multivitamin and mineral product, grab yourself Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine, a blend of plant-derived minerals combined with vitamins, amino acids, and other beneficial nutrients. This all-natural product contains no starch, wheat, or yeast, with no artificial sweeteners or preservatives, and it's glycemic friendly. Each scoop of the NutriCrystals contain equal amounts of all the nutrients. It starts out as a liquid, then is freeze-dried to ensure each scoop has the same nutrients as the last scoop. So if you want to get your hands on a quality nutritional supplement designed to give the body the raw materials it needs to rebuild, Longevity's Beyond Tangy Tangerine is available in 1-pound canisters and also in 30-count on-the-go stick packs. Contact your local Longevity associate and get this great multivitamin and mineral product, and don't forget to ask about the home-based business opportunity.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. And let's go to Charmaine. Charmaine, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Char, you're pushing 80 years old now, right?
Yeah, I love to be reminded of it, yeah.
But what I want to ask is, how many different products do you take that support the human immune system? How many products do you take? You know, which ones do you take to support your immune system?
A lot.
You take colloidal silver?
Yep, and I take vitamin D3, and I take vitamin C, and I take Killer Biotic, and I take, I take Fucoid Z, which I would call.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's good for the immune system. Absolutely. What about Cell Shield RTQ?
You take that, yep.
Okay. What about things like Oh, selenium.
I take a lot of that, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, take that every day, twice a day, yep.
Okay. Now, did your doctor tell you to take those things?
I don't have a doctor, only you. I have a vet,
okay, well,
just you.
Well, the point I'm getting at here is back in the old days, even, the doctors didn't know anything about limes and vitamin C and scurvy and stuff like that. It was just a bunch of sailors that recognized that people who ate limes didn't get scurvy, and so they all started eating limes, and the scurvy went away because of the vitamin C in it. They didn't know there was vitamin C in it. They just knew there was something in that lime juice that prevented them from getting scurvy and dying from scurvy. Or if they had scurvy, it would cure it. I mean, just think, that was a freaky thing back 200-300 years ago, when so many people, by the hundreds, every year were dying of scurvy. Sailors on the sea, and they were just eating salt pork and maybe a little beer or whiskey or something like that, and then plus salt pork, that was about it. And so this is something we have to do as a full-time job. And I know you deal literally with thousands of people a month by phone and email, and you're starting to do Zooms now, so I'm very proud of you there. You see, you can teach an old dog new tricks, so I'm very proud of you.
I'm learning. I'm learning. I don't know how to do it by myself yet, though.
But see, we're going to be doing a Zoom at 4 o'clock today, right, Pacific time, and 7 o'clock Eastern time. Yeah, and so I'm very, very excited about that because, it's, when we do live meetings, which are good, don't get me wrong, and as soon as they lift the travel ban, we're going to be doing live meetings again. But the thing about Zooms is, sometimes I'm speaking to 500 people, 1,000 people, 2,000 people, 5,000 people on a Zoom, and there's, one conference call that I do. It's 2 hours, like once every 4 or 5 weeks. We get 12 million people on it, okay? And so it's one of those things where we haven't quit working because we can't travel as much as we want to, but we just have to kind of change our approach. And so we're still helping as many, maybe in some cases more, people now than we did before the pandemic. And so I'm really, really very proud of you. And I know you diversified. You have a little winery. You grow you have a grape vineyard. You bottle your own wine and all that kind of stuff. Very proud of you. And so you've diversified a bit here. And do you have a garden? Do you grow any carrots or celery or anything like that?
Goods, and the animals eat all the food. They eat everything. So, no. I need a greenhouse to grow food.
Yeah. Okay, well, thank you, dear. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables. And besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities.
This is the ZBS Radio Network.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. Again, that's toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And I get a lot of people, after they hear us on the show, they say, well, Doc, I'm a sales clerk at a grocery store, or I'm an engineer for a small manufacturing company, or I'm a Lyft driver. I don't have any medical experience. How do I know what to do? Well, that's why we came up with the Penta books. Okay, 5 of them. Let's Play Doctor. You can diagnose the most common diseases yourself. You can go to a pharmacy without a prescription and get the test strips for blood and urine and all that kind of stuff. You can do your own blood pressure. You can do your own weight, symptoms for thyroid issues and so on, and osteoporosis and arthritis. Skin problems and psoriasis and eczema, all those kind of things, bowel problems, celiac disease, irritable bowel syndrome. There's so many of these things, high blood pressure, diabetes, kidney failure. You get the test strips, they're like $1.35 a piece. You don't need a prescription to get them. So you want to get a hold of that book and the CD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie. You want to get a hold of that book and CD, Let's Play Doctor. Don't forget about the book Let's Play Herbal Doctor, Passport to Aromatherapy, and then it's all in your head, covers 25 different diseases that you get when you have osteoporosis of the skull. Your doctor never talks to you about osteoporosis of the skull, and they should have their licenses suspended, and they need to go back to school for a couple of years before they're allowed to practice anymore if they don't talk to you about osteoporosis of the skull. And then we have the newest book out. It's called Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. And Char will tell you, over the years, we've had so many people say, well, do you have any recipes written down for gluten-free cooking and gluten-free eating and all that kind of stuff? And we didn't over the years. We just assumed it was so simple that people would do it, and they just have a difficult time with it. So I joined up with 3 professional media chefs in Eastern Canada. We did a 3-year study on recipes, and we came up with this book. It's Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. Chef Norman is the chief chef there. And it's one of those things where 300 pages of gluten-free recipes. 300 pages. Dr. Wallach's Cooking Without the Bad Foods. You can get a hold of all these books at www.drjwallach.com. That's www.drjwallach.com. And I have right now. I got like 17 books. I got 50 DVDs, over 100. I got a bunch more books and CDs and DVDs coming along here in the next couple of months. I've got a news release coming out in 2 or 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, that's going to be a big one. This news release coming out. I keep wanting to tell you something, but I've been told not to say anything until the news release comes out. So, at any rate, let's see here, Doug. Let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Manhattan, New York, and Max, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Max. You're on the air. How can we help you?
Dr. Wallach, thank you for taking my phone call. My big problem here is that I have a depletion of cartilage in the hip joint, the head of the femur, and the cartilage of the acetabulum. They've both been pretty much worn away.
And for our listeners out there, the acetabulum is the cup that ball from your hip fits into. Okay, so just letting our listener knows what the acetabulum is. How much do you weigh, Max?
Okay. 150.
Okay, and how old are you, sir?
58.
Okay, and how much do you weigh? I got that.
Question you asked me.
Yeah, I know. How tall are you?
156. 5'7".
5'7". Okay, we'll take that. Okay, well, hang on. We'll be back with you. And Char and I will give you a program after these messages. Sharpen your pen.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you ever had trouble getting into the show, today is your day, as I do have an open line. Call us between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080. Toll free, 888-379-2552. Lines open. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngevity, 95 Crusade. We do have lines open. Give us a call toll-free, 1-888-379-2552. And Doug, let's go right back to New York and Max. A couple of quick questions. Do you have any gray, silver, or white hair in your mustache, your beard, your head hair?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any varicose veins or spider veins in your legs, ankles, or feet?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any skin issues, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
Yes, it has lessened over the years.
Okay. Now, do you have lesser advanced cases of arthritis in your other joints, like in your ankles or your knees or your shoulders or neck or anything like that?
Yes and no. If I eat poor foods, I notice it right away.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Okay, Charmaine, what are we going to do here for Max? He's 5'7", weighs 150 pounds, 58 years old, and he's got gray hair. He's got varicose veins. He's got, and as he pointed out, his joint problem in that one hip is not the only place it is. When you have arthritis, it's more serious in one place. You've got it in every joint and every bone in your body, right?
Exactly.
So what would you do for him, Charmaine?
First thing I would do is get him on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, no fried foods, no burnt animal fat, and no oils of any kind. Then, because he's over of his weight, he needs 2 packs. I would get him on 2 bone and joint packs, and I would add to that MSM, vitamin D3 for absorption, and I would add some Fucoid Z because he obviously needs that too. And all that stuff should really take care of pretty much.
Okay, well, I want to make sure. I want him to get 2 bottles of our selenium also for those 5 cofactors. Okay, because one of those cofactors is what's missing when you have gray hair, when you have varicose veins.
Yep.
Okay, and you have skin problems.
Right.
And we don't want Max dying of a ruptured aneurysm. These are red warning lights for coming aneurysm in your brain or aorta, kind of like Michael Jackson. And so we want those cofactors. So he needs, and it's going to be good for his liver and his heart and his brain and his eyes and muscles and so forth. And do you have any high blood pressure or prediabetes or anything like that, Max?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I work out all the time, so.
Well, that doesn't mean anything.
Working out. Okay.
You can be a professional athlete and die at 62 from a heart attack, and they pay them millions of dollars to exercise. So exercise by itself, can be a negative. All right. But at any rate, the Char is giving you a good program. Just be sure to throw in our selenium, 2 bottles a month. So you can take 3 of those twice a day. Not from Walgreens or the grocery store, because ours has 5 cofactors in it that theirs doesn't. And you'll notice you're absorbing because your hair color will come back and those varicose veins will go away without surgery, because they are due to a nutritional deficiency, not aging. So please do give us a call every couple of weeks. Give us a call if you go see a physician or something, and give us a kind of a testimony report. You're going to help a lot of people. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Craig, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Craig, you're on the air. How can we help you, sir?
Thank you for taking my call. I have a very special 86-year-old lady. She's got high blood pressure, pacemaker, osteoporosis, rheumatoid, and toenail fungus. She's got a couple of fractures, fractured pelvis, fractured arm close to the shoulder.
Now, did she fall down the stairs or get run over by a truck, or these are just spontaneous fractures?
I told you Monday she fell in her own home. That's way worse than getting run over by a truck. And last night, about 19 hours ago, the firefighter EMS paramedics showed up. They put her on oxygen. That started helping things improve. She was unresponsive. She's still unresponsive. The emergency room put her on I'm not making this up, put her on a ventilator. They turned the ventilator down some today, and I guess that means that she's breathing some on her own.
So I'm assuming she's still in the ICU or something like that, or in the hospital room?
She's in ICU. They started a feeding tube and giving her food, and I made sure that was gluten-free and wheat-free. I don't know how much sugar's in it, but we'll find out. They started the feeding tube, I'm just going to say, about 3 hours ago, so I understand.
Okay, now stop there. Is this feeding tube, is it in her belly button or is it down her throat?
I'm glad you said that. I'm sure it's down her throat. I have no idea.
Okay, because if it's a G tube, we can do much more than if it's down her throat. So, Char, what would you do for Craig's lady friend here who's 86 years old? Okay. And she, let's see here, she's got osteoporosis, she's got rheumatoid arthritis, she's got fractures all over the place because she fell. And let's see, you said she's 4'8"?
She's about 4'10". She used to be about 5'5". Could I add one more thing? The emergency room said she was dehydrated.
Okay.
Emergency room said she was dehydrated.
Okay, well, they're not gonna let us give her a lot of stuff, okay, because they got her in the emergency room, she's in the ICU and all that kind of stuff, and she's on ventilators and so on. So, Char, okay, just a minute here, Craig.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. You know her medical power of attorney?
And her medical power of attorney is very eager to have a very healthy, very alive baby come home.
Okay, so we've had many cases like this. Okay, they're in comas for years and only have weeks to live. So what would you suggest here, Charmaine, to do for her?
Well, I would probably get the BT2T powder and mix that up and put it in there, and some EFAs, and mix a concoction up. Break open some regular EFAs, put it in there, and she needs some killer biotic put in there, opened up and put in there, and some liquid calcium. I like the Caltati personally, but make a mixture of all that stuff, and some.
What about some Z radical, which is a liquid form of fucoid Z?
Yeah, and she needs some MSM ground up, and some glucogel, definitely. And I would, if you can do it, if you're going to have to mix it all up together so that you can make a concoction of it like a soup and just put it in her that way.
Yeah, if that feeding tube, if they're just putting in, like saline water through the G tube, or if they're giving her a shake, that's a different thing. But also, I'd like her to get some of this FlexiCare Plus. It's kind of like bone broth. Tastes good. She might not taste it if they're putting it down her throat. But what would you remember? We had Pastor Creflo Dollar's daughter, and we had this pastor Mike Freeman that works with Miss Linda up there in Baltimore, Maryland. And what did we do for them?
We put like cheesecloth and put the minerals in the cheesecloth, just direct plain minerals, and soaked it. Put it on their legs and stuff, and kept their legs moist with minerals.
Yeah, wet with the plant minerals, exactly. And we had one guy, Ray McGregor. He was in a coma for 8 years. We put it through his G tube, and for 3 days, and he wakes up and goes back to work. He didn't realize he was in a coma for 8 years. And then Pastor Mike Freeman, they only gave him 2 weeks to live. He'd been in a coma for like 6 months in the hospital. And Miss Linda and Pastor Freeman's wife, they rubbed these minerals all over him with the cheesecloth, the plant minerals, and he wakes up 3 days later. And we made the CD, Praise the Lord and Pass the 90. It's a CD and a DVD, both, Praise the Lord and Pass the 90. And again, you can go to www.drjwallach.com and get a hold of these things and share them with this attorney who's her healthcare attorney, because we have so much documented. I just don't want her just getting saline water and have her slip away. But thank you, Char. Very good job. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call between noon and 1 Pacific at 831-685-1080, toll free 888-379-2552. In recent years, several studies have discovered the healthy benefits of drinking coffee. Youngevity has now taken it a step further with an entire product line of healthy coffees from Youngevity's JavaFit selection of top-shelf gourmet coffees. All JavaFit coffees are made from 100% premium, hand-selected Arabica coffee beans grown in the finest regions of Latin America. Carefully roasted, creating a delicious, rich, full-bodied flavor. Try JavaFit's original roast, a perfect blend of mellow and smooth with just the right full-bodied depth to make an aromatic and enjoyable cup of coffee. Traditional as well as organic and fair trade options also available in 30-count single cup or 24-count
single pot packs. Contact your local FDI Longevity distributor to get Javalution coffees. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hey, if you're like me, your life is hectic. You don't know where you're going to be next. Between kids and family and in-laws and work and traffic and everything else that's driving me crazy right now, my life is insane. I bet your life's insane as well. When do we have time to get every single nutrient we need to be healthy? When? Well, I've got a tip for you. Take a product called Pollen Burst. It's so simple, even I can do it. All you have to do is open the package, pour it in water, mix it up, and bam, you're ready to go. It tastes great. It's not one of those medicine-tasting things. It tastes great, low in calories, helps curb your appetite, gives you natural energy that doesn't let you crash, gives you your vitamins, minerals, nutrients, everything from the plant world. And I got to tell you, for a busy person like me or a busy person like you, we need simple, we need good. Pollen Burst is your answer. Tastes great. Try it, and you'll feel better.
Call your local Longevity distributor to find out how Pollen Burst can make you feel better. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the CBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers or emails.
All right, let's head to Michigan. And Liz, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Okay, Liz, you're on the air. Yes, ma'am. How can we help you?
Okay, 80 years young, 5'6" and a half, 120 pounds, dairy, gluten-free, nothing but filtered water. What I have right now is a terrible rash on my hands since February. Just been diagnosed in June with a severe case of candida. Nothing's working. It itches, peels, burns, etc. I don't know what to do.
Okay, stop. We only have a moment here, so stop.
Sure.
Who diagnosed you with candida?
A chiropractor. I did a blood test, and he's telling me to avoid so many foods. It's unbelievable. Vinegar, this, that, the other.
Okay, stop.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, Charmaine, what would you do for Liz here? She's 80 years old, 5'6", 120 pounds, and her main concern is skin problem. She might be rosacea. Now, do you have any high blood pressure or diabetes, yes or no?
No.
Okay. Do you have any arthritis?
No, sir. I'm on your Healthy Body Brain 2 years.
Okay, good. All right, very good.
Doctor,
never
sick till this rash.
Okay, good.
No sugar.
So, okay, Charmaine, what would you do for Liz?
Well, if she's not eating sugar, she shouldn't even have candida. But if aside from whatever she's taken already, which obviously in the past was working, I would get her on add the killer biotic to what she's taken, colloidal silver, and hair, skin, and nails.
Okay, hair, skin, and nails would be very, very good. Good choice. But also, I want to know, how many EFAs or EFA pluses are you taking?
6 a day.
Okay. I would go up and examine what you're eating or who's cooking for you or what. You cannot have any gluten in the house. No wheat, butter, rye, and oats. Nobody can be eating oatmeal across the table from you because you're going to cross-contaminate in the laundry, the couches, the rugs, all that kind of stuff. So nobody in the household, dog, cat, bird, fish, can be eating gluten, no wheat, butter, rye, and oats. And so if you've been doing a program, I would increase the number of EFAs. I'd go with 9 a day instead of 6. And I was also go with the hair, skin, and nails. I'd go ahead and take 3 of those twice a day. Do you have any gray hair?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any varicose veins or spider veins?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so the hair, skin, and nails are going to help you, and also the selenium that's in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. I'd go with the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, and it wouldn't hurt to get another bottle of selenium, so you can take 6 of those a day instead of 3. Take 3 twice a day, and you know you're absorbing and things are coming right. That skin rash could be what's called rosacea, okay, as opposed to candida. Also, which is rosacea is a nutritional deficiency, where candida is an infection with a yeast. All right, and so that's why I was asking who's making the diagnoses, and did they take a scraping, put it under the microscope, and look, or they, just because they didn't find anything else, or blaming it on candida, which is just a yeast. Okay, all right. So you've got a program here. Call us every 2 weeks. We have so many seniors now who are really at risk of having a problem with this coronavirus thing, and so they have things like rosacea, they have irritable bowel syndrome, they have eczema, they have psoriasis, they have dry skin, they have gray hair, they have varicose veins, they have bowel problems, all this kind of stuff. And so even though they think they're doing okay, there's some mistake being made in there on dosages or complete nutrition or eating something that has gluten in it. You got to read labels. Read the label 10 times before you buy something you're not familiar with, because it'll say wheat-free, and then you read it, and it's got oats and barley and rye in it. Okay, so you have to, just being wheat-free isn't good enough. It's got to be gluten-free. All righty? All right. We only got a minute left here, so I'm going to go ahead and take it and remind everybody that we're looking for help. We're growing like crazy because of the pandemic, and so if you need to make some extra money, if you need some tax breaks, if you want to get your products for wholesale, if you want to have me pay for the shipping, you can get on auto ship, contact your Youngevity associate today. And for the books and CDs and DVDs, go to www.drjwallach.com. Well, thank you, everybody. Great stuff. Thank you, Charmaine. Beautiful job as usual. Thank you, Doug. Beautiful job as usual. Great job. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. God bless the American flag. God bless our national anthem. And God bless America.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.